Hello dear aspirants and welcome to EduTap. So guys, if you're looking to prepare for IRDAI exam, this video is for you. Now guys, in this video we are going to discuss the previous year questions for English language in your 2017 exam. And the purpose of this video is to basically make you understand what kind of questions are asked in the paper and what is the usual difficulty level that you face in the exam. So we are going to discuss all the 40 questions in this session. So do watch it till the end and you will get a better perspective of the exam. But before we go any further, guys, don't forget to like the video and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And guys, if you are really serious about preparing for IRDA exam, now we have a special course book for you. Now in this IRDI course book, you will find all the previous year questions for IRDA exam with along with their solutions. It also has a strategy and your your schedule for your preparation. So this is a very useful book and it is absolutely free of cost. So you can download this book from the link given in the description of the video. All right, guys. So before we go any further, let me also inform you how you can enroll with us. Now guys, if you're looking for a definite source to prepare for this exam, now guys, what you have to do is you just you can find the link in the description, but there's a simple way of going about it, guys. Just go to your browser and type edutap, EDUTAP, edutap.in. So as you type edutap.in, you will land on our homepage and you'll find all the courses available to you here. So you'll find IRDI courses here and you click on this and you'll find the courses available to you. Now guys, here are, first we have a test series. But this is for those students who have already prepared for the exam. There's a trial course which you can use to look at the the level of content that we provide you. Then this is a one-stop solution for all your needs and all your preparation, gold course. Now this prepares you for phase 1 as well as phase 2 plus your interview part. So it will have your live classes, concept chapter wise tests, sectional tests, full length tests, solved previous year questions and weekly mentor talk. So all this you'll find in your IRDI gold course. And if you're only looking to prepare for phase 2, then you can also look into silver course, which only have live classes and concept classes, chapter wise test, full length tests, solved PYQs and weekly mentor talk for only phase 2. So come join us, streamline your preparation and make your journey constructive and fruitful for yourself. All right, guys. So let's begin with the questions now. So there were two passages, if I remember correctly. There were two passages out of 40 questions, and then there were other questions. So we are going to solve all the questions here. So first, before we solve comprehension, we need to look at the questions first. What do we have to target? So first question is, according to the passage, what kind of people like to travel alone? What kind of people likes to travel alone? So we have to find what kind of people likes to travel alone. Second, what is or what are the demerits of traveling alone? Okay, so I think the passage is going to be about traveling. What are the things that restrict us to travel alone? Okay, again about traveling. Next is what is or what are the exhilarating reasons of traveling alone? Why are people happy to travel alone? Then what are the advantages of traveling alone? You have to find disadvantages, demerits and advantages. Then choose the most appropriate title of the passage. So we'll do that after reading the passage. Then we have to find synonyms of the words LA and idiosyncrasies. And then there are two antonym words. One is embrace and one is convince. So there are basically 10 questions on this. So yeah, so 10 questions. So let's now read the passage and let's try to solve the questions. So here it goes. Some people shy away from traveling alone. A few embrace it. Some people shy away from traveling alone, but a few embrace it. Matlab they like it, they love it. So what is it that makes it an attractive option? What are the advantages of going it alone? Well, first things first, traveling solo can be very liberating. You are free, right? When you travel alone, the itinerary you set and all the decisions you make are yours and yours alone. So you are independent to take your decisions. Benefits. Now we are underlining the benefits here. You don't need to worry about any other person or group. In other words, there is no need to compromise. There are no arguments. So no compromise, no arguments, and no need to second guess what other people want or need. Actually, you can be completely selfish. Traveling alone is also a great confidence confidence builder. It also builds your confidence. Yes, at times it can feel a bit lonely, but that is just one of many problems you'll have to solve yourself, along with making your own arrangements and setting your own goals. So you can feel a bit lonely. You have to make your own arrangements, and you have to set your own goals. These are some challenges with the traveling alone. Now, have you noticed that when you are on your own, people are more willing to start a conversation with you? You are more likely to take the initiative as well, and before you know it, up pops an invitation for a meal, a side trip, a stay at someone's home. For some odd reason, people keep a slight distance from couples and groups, probably because they seem so self-contained and exclusive. Whereas lone traveler looks ready to connect with their fellow human beings and more likely to engage in pleasant conversation and simple exchanges about their travels. Putting it simply, lone travelers look interesting. Here are two more exciting reasons why you should consider traveling solo. You will find you learn language faster when you don't have someone else talking to you in your own language all the time. It's funny, but are forced to interact much more frequently when we travel alone in a country that doesn't speak our native tongue. So you tend to learn language, easily. If that doesn't convinces to basically convince, we know the word convince, right? That if you don't agree with that, there is the chance for adventure and even romance. When you are on your own, you're free to meet someone who might turn out to be very important in your life. The most important factor to consider in your decision is to make a trip alone is your own sense of independence. If you find that you have little tolerance for the idiosyncrasies of others, that means peculiarities. Idiosyncrasies as peculiarities, guys. That particular. Some people have their particular habits. So if you find that you have little tolerance for the idiosyncrasies of others, you don't get how group dynamics work. You might be happier traveling alone. So you don't get to know how group dynamics work. You might be happier traveling alone. Of course, there may be things holding you back, fear of the unknown. So these are the impediments to fear of the unknown. Or maybe you have a spouse or relative or friend who may be upset by your decision to take off by yourself. You will have to convince them of the value of traveling alone. And LA, that means shed away any fears that they might have, but with the technology at our fingertips, you can include them in the adventure. So you can share them, your location, where you are going, and so on. So now let's solve the questions. According to the passage, what kind of people likes to travel alone? Who is not well versed in communicating with others? No. Who can adjust with the behavior and thoughts of other people? Who is introvert? No. Who doesn't like to share their things with others? No. All of the above? No. I think who cannot adjust with the behavior and thoughts of other people, those are the people who love to travel alone. So option B is your correct answer. Second question, what are the demerits of traveling alone? We need to solve the problems ourselves. Yes. We need to be dependent on unknown people for various things. Okay. Sometimes we can feel lonely. We can feel lonely. That is true. We need to solve problems with ourselves. Yes. We need to be dependent on unknown people for various things. So, you need to take help from others. So, yes, I think all of the above are valid. So option E is your correct choice. What are the things that restrict us to travel alone? Relatives or spouse not allowing to travel alone, correct. The fear of the unknown, people might restrict us. Yes, not finding a reason to travel alone. So I think not finding a reason is not the right choice, but I think one and two, they are correct. So one and two do we? Yes, option C is your correct choice, guys. Next question, what are the exhilarating reasons of traveling alone? You need not to be dependent on others for any sort of work, correct? You will get to learn other languages, yes. By traveling alone, we are free to know a person that might become a special part of life, yes. You are free to do anything at any time while traveling alone, yes, all the correct. So, what are the exhilarating reasons? C and D. Yes, you learn language that is not exhilarating, but yes, option C and D are exhilarating. They're very happy. So, yes. So, option B and C and D were correct. So, option E is your correct answer. Next, what are the advantages of traveling alone? Make our connection stronger with other people along the journey. We can selfishly make our own decisions. A great confidence builder. That is true. And this is also true, I think. So, make our connection strong with other people along the journey. Yes, that's true. So, all of them are correct. So, again, option E is your correct answer, guys. Next, choose the most appropriate title of the passage. Merits and demerits of traveling alone. Okay. Traveling alone. Is traveling alone right? Traveling alone brings independence. technology at our fingertips. I think, guys, no, it's not about is traveling alone right or brings independence or technology at our fingertips. But I think merits and demerits of traveling alone or traveling alone. Guys, it's not just merits and demerits. I think it's more about experience of traveling alone. So he's exploring and explaining what traveling alone means. So I think option B is a better choice here. Traveling alone is the right title for the passage. Next question, we have to find the synonym of the word LA. LA means to basically to dispel, right? So LA means to shed away any fear. So dispel is correct. Edict to make, to force someone out. Emulate, to copy, mollify. Again, to say something wrong. Exhort, again, when you're criticizing someone. So dispel is the right choice. LA means to shed away any fear, to throw away. Idiosyncrasies, I told you, peculiarities. Exigent is you know uh, urgent. Collate is to put together. Refute is to refuse. Events is basically to win over. But peculiarities are specific particular habits, peculiar habits, very particular habits. So idiosyncrasies, they are particular peculiarities. So option E is correct choice. Embrace means to accept something. We have to find the antonym now, opposite. So embrace means to you basically accept something. Disparate, atrophy, repudiate, bane. I think repudiate is the right choice. Guys, embrace is to accept. Repudiate is to to uh, to criticize someone away. To not accept someone. Disparate is to be to lose your heart. Trophy is, I think, again, feeling of sadness. Bane is something very problematic. Persuade is to convince, but repudiate is to reject. And convince means to make someone agree. Capitulate is synonym. Dissuade is the right opposite. Bereft is to keep someone away from someone. Beguile is to confuse. Callous is somebody who's careless. So I think dissuade, opposite of convince would be dissuade someone, right? To convince not to do something. So that's opposite of convince. So these were the questions on passages, guys. Let's solve next question. So we are given sentences with where we have to find whether there is any grammatical or idiomatic error in this. If the error, it will be one part. So yes, it's simple error detection. So let's know the answer, guys. Women riding pillion on two-wheelers in the capital have to compulsorily wear helmets according to the final notification issued by Delhi government. Women is plural, right? Women riding pillion, I mean, sitting behind the rider on two-wheelers in the capital have to compulsorily wear helmets according to the final notification issued by the Delhi government. See, guys, whenever we are referring to a specific state or a national government, we have to use the before it. So it should be issued by the Delhi government. So option D is incorrect here. Next, Arun Jaitley's life has been full of dramatic loops, sudden upswings and few downturns till finally he has arrived at a job that has him at the helm of the nation's economic affairs. So Arun Jaitley's life has been full of dramatic loops. So I think I found the mistake. Sudden upswings and a few. So when we are saying a few, it should not be downturn. It should be downturns. So a few downturns till finally he's arrived at the job that has him at the helm of nation's economic affairs. So option B was your correct choice. Question number 13, guys. Since the commencement of the constitution in 1950, it is for the third time that the governors, this time as much as nine. No, guys, it should be as many as nine have had to go following a change of guard at the center. Yes, guys. So clearly, much is used for uncountable nouns. As much as nine, nahin, it should be as many as nine. So since the commencement of the constitution in 1950, it is for the third time that the governors this time as many as nine. So option C is your correct choice. Then question 14, the declaring of a long-term ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. The declaration hoga, guys. It should not be declaring. Declaring is a verb. It should be declaration. The declaration of a long-term ceasefire between Israel and Hamas after 50 days of again and on again fighting has brought immediate relief to both sides of the border between Israel and the Gaza Strip. So it should be declaration. So option A is your correct choice. I think I've repeated the questions here. So I think we've known the answers to the question. It should be women riding pillion should we have wear helmets according to the final notification issued by the Delhi government. So it should be by the Delhi government. So it should be a few downturns. So I'm just writing it again. So few downturns, not downturn. Then it is for as much as 9, nahi, as many as 9, because we are referring to countable entities. So option C was correct here. The declaration, so we've done this, not declaring of, the declaration of a long-term ceasefire. So option A is the answer. And 15, lawmaking is the routine business of government and reviewing for possible repeal should also happen routinely. Lawmaking is the routine business of government and reviewing for possible repeal. Reviewing, no, it should not be reviewing, it should be review, and review for possible repeal should also happen routinely. So it should not be reviewing for, review for. Or I think review for possible repeal, yes. So a review for possible repeal, not reviewing for, review for. So again, option C is your correct answer. So this is how you have to solve your grammatical error based questions, guys. Chaliye, let's move ahead. Now, in each of the questions given below, 5 words are given in bold. These 5 words may or may not be in the correct position. The sentence is then followed by options with the correct combination of words. So it's basically word reshuffle based questions. You are given 5 words as bold, A, B, C, D, E, and you have to find if any of the pairs need, any of the words needs reshuffling. So let's start the question, guys. He said the successful competence test proves the flight of the DRDO in designing and developing world-class missile systems. He said the successful flight test, not competence test, it should be. Successful flight test proves the competence of the DRDO in designing and developing correct and world-class missile systems. So option A is your correct answer, guys. So that's your correct answer. Next question. Union Home and Cooperation Minister Amit Shah said on Saturday that the center amendments soon bring will, or the center will soon bring amendments. I think it should be. This should be C and this should be B. So said that the center will soon bring amendments to the Multi-State Cooperative Society Act and a new policy for the cooperatives is on the way. So B with C. Option C is your correct answer, guys. Rest were correct in their places. Next question, guys. The formation of the Ministry of Cooperation was announced on July 5, and Home Minister Amit Shah was allocated the portfolio during the cabinet expansion. The formation for the expansion of the Ministry of Cooperation was announced. The expansion of the Ministry of Cooperation, not expansion, I think formation of Ministry of Cooperation is correct, was announced on July 5, and Home Minister Amit Shah was allocated the portfolio during the cabinet expansion. Correct. So all are correct. No rearrangement is required, guys. Option D is your correct answer. Next question, guys. The Odisha government on Saturday evening, I think evening is correct. Evening a warning? No. Expected a warning? No. Southern a warning? With a warning? Sounded a warning? Yes. So the Odisha government on Saturday sounded a warning for the cyclonic storm Gulab, which is expected to cross the coast between its southern districts and North Andhra Pradesh with wind speeds of 75 to 85 kilometers per hour on Sunday evening. So A with E, clearly A with E, option E is your correct answer. Next question, guys. The Supreme Court entrance the central government, making the 11th pattern the slammed the. So the Supreme Court slammed the central government for making changes at the 11th hour, at the last minute, in the exam pattern of the postgraduate entrance test. So again, A with E option or E is your correct answer. Next question, guys. The Chief Minister worked the cleaning? No. Patch the cleaning? No. Chennai the cleaning? Advise the cleaning of? Inspected. So I think it should be inspected the cleaning of the silt patch pit by the Greater Chennai Corporation and advised officials to complete the work exactly in a week. And work officials inspected and work should be again A with E. So option C is your correct answer. So it should be the Chief Minister inspected the cleaning of the silt patch pit by the Greater Chennai Corporation and advised officials to complete the work in a week. So A with E, option C is the right choice. Chale guys. Next set of questions now. There are directions are in the following question sentences are given with a part in bold. The given phrase in bold may or may not contain an error. The options following can replace the incorrect phrases. The correct phrase that is to be replaced will be your answer. If the sentences are correct, then okay, no sentence improvement. So the bold part is given and you have to find if it is correct or incorrect. And if it is incorrect, then which option should replace it. So let's read the question, guys. Foreign ambassadors took aim at Pakistan and China respectively with references in support terror groups and violating the international rules based order. So, foreign ambassadors took aim at Pakistan and China respectively, since references in support for no, by references in support through no, with references to provide support to yes, from references in support in no. And again, this is incorrect. So, option C, with reference to WRT. Remember, guys, with reference to provide support to terror groups and violating the international rules based order. So, option C is correct. Next question, guys. Over the 2 weeks, a security review in each of the 7 district court from Delhi. Now, guys, it should be each of the 7 districts, this 7 district courts of Delhi, not from Delhi. So each of the 7 district courts of Delhi. So in each of the 7 district courts, no, in Delhi can also be possible. No, this is not correct. Review of each of the 7 district court is incorrect. From each of the seven, incorrect. Of each of the 7 district courts from Delhi or in Delhi. Of each in the seven, nahi, each of the 7 district courts in Delhi. So option A is your correct answer, guys. Over 2 weeks ago, a security review of each of the 7 district courts in Delhi was conducted under the chairmanship of a judge from each court. So option A is the right choice. Next, Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi on Saturday said the expansion of his cabinet will take place on Sunday. So Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi on Saturday said the expansion of his cabinet, expand of his cabinet, no. Expansion for their cabinet, no. The expansion from his cabinet, no. Expansion for his cabinet shall taking place, no. I think the sentence is correct as it is. Chief Minister Chandrasekhar Sanni on Saturday said the expansion of his cabinet will take place on Sunday. No correction required. Next question, guys. The Calcutta High Court have questioned. This is absolutely incorrect. High Court has questioned. So have, we can eliminate the options with has questioned the necessity in, has questioned the necessity of, yeah, has questioning the necessity of. You get the answer. The Calcutta High Court has questioned the necessity of the by-elections as the acting Chief Justice asked who will bear the financial burden of the election. So option C is your correct choice. Next question, guys. Government officials confirmed that Chinese soldiers along 4 military horses had came to the grazing ground near Bharoti. So government officials confirmed that Chinese soldiers along for, nahi guys, along for, nahi along with hota hai, along near, along for, no, alongside or along with, alongside military horses, yeah, along with military horses had come for the grazing. No, guys, had come to the grazing ground. So option D is correct. So government officials confirmed that Chinese soldiers along with military horses had come to the grazing ground near the Bharoti. So option D is correct. Next question, guys. While the entire project would take 5 years and a budget of 89 crores, had been approval from it. Absolutely incorrect. The IGNCA would aim to complete mapping in 5,000 villages by the end of the financial year 2016-17. So while the entire project would take 5 years and a budget of 89 crores, had been approved for it, yes. Had for approved, no. Had been approval from it, no. This is absolutely impossible. Had being approved for it, no. Option A is the right choice. And a budget of 89 crores had been approved for it. The INGCA would aim to complete mapping in 5,000 villages by the end of the fiscal year. So option A is correct. Next question, guys. Okay. Now the directions are the following questions consists of 3 sentences. One of these may or may not contain a grammatical error. Choose the option which denotes the sentence that are grammatically correct. तो हमें वो sentences mark करने हैं जो grammatically correct है. Incorrect नहीं करना है, correct वाले करना है. If all the given sentences are correct, choose all the correct. ठीक है. तो पढ़ते हैं guys. The union also accused the state administration of a pre-planned move to instigate the people by not giving them sufficient time to vacate the land. The union also accused the state administration of a pre-planned move to instigate the people by not giving them sufficient time to vacate the land. This is correct. So this is option 1. He said the eviction notice was given to 244 families in Dhalpur village at midnight and they were asked to vacate within a few hours. He said the eviction notice was given to the 244 families in Dhalpur. This is also correct. The leaders demanded that the government allocate land to the displaced households within 7 days. So the leaders demanded that the government allocate land to the displaced households within 7. This is also correct, guys. All options, first question, all are correct. Surprising, guys. All the options are correct here. So option D is your correct choice. Next question, guys. Question number 29. There are indications that the UP government would increase the price of sugarcane soon. There are indications that the UP government would increase the price of sugarcane soon. Correct. He said the BKU would continue to work as a pressure group to keep a check on the promises made from political parties to the farmers, not made from, made by. This is Ernest, guys. So he said the BKU would continue to work as a pressure group to keep a check on the promises made by political parties to the farmers. So this is incorrect. The movement has given an opportunity to opposition parties to became the face of farmers. To became. No, guys. To is followed by first form of verb. So to become the face of farmers, not became. This is also incorrect. So only A is correct. Option A is your correct answer. Chale guys, next question, question number 30. The government has also withdrawn the regulation that required citizens to provide proof of vaccination. The government has also withdrawn, correct, the regulation that required citizens to provide proof of vaccination, correct. They had to share. No, again guys, they had to share, they had to share. They had to share a portion of their profit with online food ordering and delivery platforms, but share. Hotels and bars should not serve customers in closed air conditioned spaces. Hotels and bars should not serve customers in closed air conditioned spaces. Correct. So one and three. A and C. Option E is your correct answer, guys. So guys, you have to have that, conceptual clarity when you're solving such questions. All right, guys, this is the second passage. Again, 10 questions on it. So there are basically 20 questions based on comprehension out of 40 in IRDAI exam. So make sure you are, well versed with solving comprehension passages. So we are going to solve it and see what could be the solution to the questions. But first, we are going to read the questions so that we get to understand and, anticipate what the passage is going to be about. What is meant by conflicting communication preferences mentioned in the beginning of the stanza 1? So we have to find the meaning of conflicting communication preferences. Okay. Second, communication is one of the most significant parts of the job because, so we have to find the reason for the most significant, one of the most significant parts of the job. Why? Who are the people tend to get caught in conflicting communication preferences? What kind of people tend to get caught in the conflicting communication preferences? We have to find that. Then according to the passage, work environment should do what? We have to find that. Middle managers have the worst of all worlds. This phrase, we have to find this phrase and means. What does it mean? Middle managers have the worst of all worlds. Okay. Next, to move up the corporate ladder, one must have. So, what is needed to move up the corporate ladder? Okay. Then, what are the remedies mentioned in the second stanza of the passage that can improve the communication skills at the workplace? So, we have to find the remedies to improve communication skills. Then choose the word which best expresses the meaning of the following word given in the bold in the passage. Prolific. So we have to find the synonym of prolific. Then we have to find the synonym of the word perks. And then last question, we have to find the opposite antonym of inevitable. Inevitable. Okay. So guys, I think the passage looks straightforward. It's about, communication skills at workplace and how it impacts you. I mean, an employee. Right. So let's read the passage guy now and let's solve the questions, guys. Corporate roles can also contribute to poor communication at work. Corporate roles can also contribute to poor communication at work. Directors and middle managers in particular tend to get caught in the middle of those conflicting communication preferences. Particularly, the directors and middle managers in particular tend to get caught in the middle of those conflicting communication preferences. As a result, they are affected by miscommunication most frequently. 49% of directors say the consequences of poor communication occur frequently or very frequently among their colleagues. This is substantially more than the 28% of C-suite executives who say the same. Okay. Middle managers have the worst of all worlds. Mr. Markman says communication is one of the most significant parts of their job because they are dealing with the widest variety of people. Communication is one of the most significant parts of the job because they are dealing with the widest variety of people, probably because of their location in the hierarchy. Directors tend to be prolific. Prolific means prolific users. Matlab they are expert users of nearly every tool and mode of communication, much more so than other seniorities. All right, so they are, they're well versed with communication. So it's talking about conflicting communication preferences. Furthermore, a larger share of directors finds nearly every mode of communication more effective than their colleagues of different seniorities. They are the Swiss Army knife equivalent of corporate internal communication. Miss Kane believes there are perks to this, benefits to this. The great value of being stuck in the middle is you can easily empathize with those above and below you because you are simultaneously in both roles. She says you have tremendous insight into what everyone around you is feeling. You can project yourself into their shoes, and you know what the pressures and stressors are for your boss. As individuals move up the corporate ladder, they need not to just have a broad understanding of different communication styles, but also adapt their approach to their position in the organization. Then, guys, what to do about workplace miscommunication? Work environments don't have to be full of miscommunications, landmines, and businesses can take practical steps to improve communication. So, work environments don't have to be full of miscommunication landmines, and businesses can take practical steps to improve communication. Meetings are a good place to start. The survey shows that 78% of respondents think having clearer goals for every scheduled meeting would have a significant impact on improving workplace communication. So, clearer goals for every scheduled meeting would have a significant impact on improving workplace communication, including 39% who say the improvement would be very significant. Moreover, 6 out of 10 respondents say firm-wide training, I mean, they mean training everyone and having a wider range of communication tools to use would significantly improve work communication. By improving in areas such as these, as well as being aware of communication differences and by improving in such areas and aware of communication differences and best applications of various tools, the workforce can both communicate more effectively and keep pace with the inevitable continuous change in when and how we connect at work. Inevitable is jo hoke rahega. Right. So now let's look at the questions and answers. What is meant by conflicting communication preferences? Communication done with the directors, communication that are often misleading, poor communications done at corporate level, communications that have turned into an argument, no. Poor communications done unintentionally, no. Communication that are often misleading, no. Poor communication done at corporate level is conflicting communication preferences. Um, so poor communication done at corporate level is conflicting communication preferences. Next question, guys. Uh, right, question 32. Communication is one of the most significant parts of the job because employees have to state different ideas before their seniors in one of the most attractive way. No, corporate workers hardly say any word to each other. Okay. No, employees hardly deal with any of the seniors. Employees have to deal with wide variety of people. Yes, option D is your correct choice, guys. So, because it's most significant part of the job, because हमने note किया था, because employees have to deal with a wide variety of people. Next, who are the people tend to get caught in conflicting communication preferences? People with whom managers deal with, directors, middle managers, both B and C. So they've mentioned directors and middle managers. So option D, B and C are correct. So they've mentioned directors and middle managers get caught in the conflicting communication preferences. Next, guys, 34. According to the passage, work environments should be full of lots of employees that can communicate more and more with wider class of people. Have with the executives that can help others to mislead the communication. No. Take steps to improve communication processes. Yes. Not be filled with miscommunication landmines. Yes. So C and D both are correct. So option D E is correct answer, guys. So both C and D were correctly mentioned in the passage. Middle managers have the worst of all worlds. Means middle managers are ill-treated by seniors. Middle managers don't get proper training, so they suffer a lot. Middle managers don't have the proper communication skills, so they face lots of problems while performing tasks assigned to them. Middle managers often get into the conflicting communication preferences, which lead them to have the worst of all sections. Yes, middle managers are not provided with the better training skills. It's not about training or it's about basically their position that gets them fixed in between both the in between their seniors as well as their juniors. Option D is the correct answer. Next question is, to move up the corporate ladder, one must have broad understanding of different communication styles, ability to adapt the approach to their position in the organization. Both A and B. Yes, large share of directors as seniors working above One must have large share of directors? No. Deep knowledge and understanding to promote the next level from the current position? No, guys. So both A and B were correct. Broad understanding of different communication styles and ability to adapt to approach to their position in the organization. So option C is correct choice. What are the remedies mentioned in the second stanza of the passage that can improve the communication skills at the workplace? Having clearer goals for every scheduled meeting? Yes. Firm-wide training? Yes. Having wider range of communication tools? Yes. Awareness of communication differences? Yes. All of the above. Yes. Option E is the correct answer, guys. So all these were mentioned here, and I think we can clearly see all of the above are correct. So option E is the right choice. Alright guys, question number 38. Choose the word which best expresses the meaning of the prolific. Prolific is fertile? No. Barren? No. इम्प्रेग्नेबल नो, फ्रजाइल जो बहुत जल्दी टूट सकता है नो, अबंडेंट प्रोलिफिक जो बहुत हर जगह मिलता है, सो अबंडेंट इन अमाउंट, सो दैट्स प्रोलिफिक. Then we have to find the synonym of the word perks. Perks are delicacies? No. Advantages? Maybe perquisites? Yes. Benefits? Advantages होता है, boons? No guys, I think perks is basically, perks is short form of perquisites. So perks are, fringe benefits that you get, or perks that you have in your job. And last question guys, we have to find the opposite of the word inevitable जो होके रहेगा. So predictable जिसको predict किया जा सकता है, avoidable जिसको avoid किया जा सकता है, inescapable जिससे बचा नहीं जा सकता, तो synonym होगा. Unavoidable जिसको synonym होगा. Necessary जो होगा, तो again predictable, inevitable जो होगा, predictable, avoidable नहीं, avoidable is the right answer. So option B is the right choice. So guys, these were the questions, 40 questions for English language in your IRDI 2017 exam. And I hope this will give you clarity into your preparation and help you to understand what kind of questions you face during the exam. So guys, that was it for this session. But before we wrap up, guys, I would like to inform you how you can enroll with us once again. So guys, you just have to visit your browser and just type edutap.in. So just type edutap.in and press enter, and you land on our homepage, and you'll see all the courses are available to you on the homepage itself. So you can click on the IRDI, look at that right corner, IRDI courses, you click on this and scroll down and you'll see all the courses for IRDI exam available here. So this is the phase 1 plus phase 2 test series. But guys, if you're starting out, this is a one-stop solution for you. Gold course for phase 1 plus phase 2 plus interview preparation. Now you get live classes, chapter-wise tests, sectional tests, full-length tests, solved PYQs, and weekly mentor talk for all the subjects in these courses. Plus, we are offering 73% discount on these courses. The coupon code is WOW73. And there is another course for silver for only phase 2, which we call silver course. Now you'll get classes and all the concept classes, live classes, chapter wise test, but only for phase 2. So not for phase 1. So gold course includes phase 1 plus phase 2 plus interview, whereas silver course is only for phase 2. And also the discount offer is also going on this course as well. So guys, come join us, streamline your preparation and make your journey constructive and fruitful for yourself. I hope this will guide you in the right direction and provide you the necessary push you need for your endeavors. So guys, if you still have any doubts, any queries regarding our courses or anything at all, please call us on this number during the office hours, which is 8146207241. Or you can also drop us an email at hello@edutap.co.in. That's our official email ID. So thank you so much once again, guys. Keep on working hard, keep on giving your best, and I'm sure you will come out with flying colors. So thank you once again, and happy learning to all of you.